Hi, hello, this is Dr.IndraCidambi, your psychiatrist from the United States of America. I am coming up with a question and answer session today. This is about a viewer asking me this question. My husband cheated on me, and he is sorry on the surface at some level, but keeps repeating it, keeps cheating on me, and also has been having anger outbursts, making my relationship worse day by day, and I am on the hamster wheel with this issue. Any suggestions? Why is this psychologically impacting me? Okay, specifically, why some men cheat and get angry, and how to even begin to address this issue. This is a huge thing. Thankfully, we have a lot of psychology behind this, so that feels key. You can't change what you do and don't understand, but if you don't know the basic behind these puzzle pieces, you're not going to put the puzzle together. So entitlement and low empathy are the major role in the person who's cheating. For some men, the entitlement can show up as the sense of deserving admiration and special treatment. Even their actions don't line up with that. They're not being selfish. They are just being way deeper than that. There is a disconnect between what they expect and the reality of the situation. That gap can feel a lot of frustration and anger in these men. And this low empathy, not that these men are lacking compassion, but it's like more like struggling to grasp or to share their spouse's emotions, and they feel more misunderstood, more attacked, and then this complex is the dance step, So there are like triggers. The researchers have shown that unresolved trauma, deep-seated insecurities can actually trigger these behaviors as a way of coping. So if imagine somebody is experiencing betrayal early on in their lives, they are much more susceptible to jealousy, and this is because of the deep down hurt feeling, insecurity, and this is the root cause of acting in certain way. Just telling them to be better is like really completely ignores their underlying psychological issues. So that's where therapy comes into hand. You need to give them a safe and structured environment where they can unpack their psychological, unhealthy thoughts and behaviors, where they can like really talk about it, and there are like really work involved with these people. And a bunch of different types of therapies like CBT, EFT, even the psychodynamic therapy can come handy. There are so many angles to cover. So it all really depends on the individual and the relationship dynamics. Let's really talk about a few of these therapies. Let's talk about CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It's rewiring the faulty wiring in the brain. It helps them identify the faulty cognitive thoughts and then correct them to a more realistic, things that's happening. So it's correcting the thoughts. EFT, emotionally focused therapy, really digs into those emotional bonds within the relationships. Imagine a couple trying to rebuild a bridge after the earthquake. The EFT gives them the tool to repair the attachment bonds and create a stronger, more secure foundation. So that's the best analogy. And the psychodynamic therapy, it can be quite intense, but intense in a good way. It really delves into unconscious motivations in the past experiences that might be driving these behaviors in the present. like an archaeological dig, carefully undigging the archaeological stuff that we are like really undigging those bones there, like, So therapy can be a game changer, but, and this is important, it's not just about the person who cheated or struggles with anger. Really, the person who has been cheated on, these women who have been cheated by their spouse, they are on the receiving end of this, someone's cheating. So it can be incredibly traumatic for these women, and healing from that takes time. It's a process, and that's for self-care, setting healthy boundaries, and seeking support, whether it's a therapist or a support group, becomes so crucial. Communication, I can highlight, learning to communicate openly and honestly about needs and feelings is vital for rebuilding trust after infidelity or anger, after damaging the relationship. And it goes both ways. The person who cheated and the person who has been cheated on need to learn to express themselves in a healthy way, not lashing out. Really learning language for relationships. It's a journey and it's not a quick fix. It is super important that understanding why behind these behaviors is absolutely crucial. And this is really one thing. It's a complex combination of past experiences, personal insecurities, and the learned behaviors. Just acknowledging the complexity is the huge step for a real meaningful change. And it is such an eye-opener when you understand the psychological roots of infidelity and anger and the different paths towards healing and growth. But, I don't know, I keep coming back to the factors. Men is where we are like focusing on men cheating. This is human relationships challenges. So it is not just men alone. When, underlying principles, the importance of communication, empathy, and awareness, self-awareness, these are universal. They are essential for everyone, regardless of gender. And in a messy world of love and cobweb relationship issues, it is important whether you're battling with this kind of whether you're battling with this kind of issues, unhealthier, unhappier relationship. It is important to really seek help and not expect magic. It is unfortunate the spouse who has cheated on this woman, they had some fun, but as a woman who has been cheated on, didn't get anything but the a real pain from their behaviors. But you're asking these women to engage in therapy, engage in understanding or unfolding what is the psychological drama behind this, and be empathetic and be more able to communicate and tolerate as this person is trying to find out why did they do what did they do. And that's a lot to ask from the other partner, but I think the work has to be done if you want to save this marriage and if you want to move forward. So is it worth it? I personally, as a psychiatrist and as a therapist, would say if something is holding you still in that marriage after understanding that there has been cheating that transpired, and if you're still with that spouse, there is something else that's keeping this marriage going. And in that case, it is worth exploring and finding resources that will work for you guys to move forward. On that note, I'll see you guys soon with more information on this infidelity. Until then, bye-bye.